All right, let's wait for people to come in if they can. So, in case anybody's in here, hey, Zoo Show Network. Hey, everybody. Wow, guys, I'm surprised you're all awake. Um, oh, yeah, sorry, Chase, you were second. Yes, guys, we all can be friends. Don't worry. Hey, Bish. So, guys, today I wanted to. I'm just kidding. So, today I wanted to talk about what my cartoons are and, how I make them. What are they technically? What are my figures technically? Um, hey, it's me, Melanie, and today we're gonna look for. So, ooh, spooky. All right, guys. So, pretty much my cartoons. Sorry, I'm probably making everyone dizzy. Ooh, this lighting keeps like changing, going back and forth. Okay. Hey, Xavier. At least I'm. So, guys, what is stop motion? Let's dive right in. So, I've had a lot of people ask me, how do you make your cartoons? And I've had a lot of people say, like, oh, like, I thought, like, they were Barbie dolls. So, and that part, like, okay, when people are like, oh, I thought they were. How do you like that sexy red top on Xavier? Honestly, you did a really good job. I think you did an awesome job. um, so when people are like, "Oh, like you film with Barbie dolls and stuff," blah blah blah. Like I take it as a compliment and I take it as like an insult. So when I take it as a compliment, it's because my figures are handmade. Like so I hand make them by myself, 100%. You can see like I'll show you some nudity. Like here's some pieces over here being put together. We got some wiring. We got a naked chick, which is a smaller her. Um, we've got my little containers of things being like constructed. We've got some weave. We've got all kinds of paints. So everything is handmade. So when somebody says like, "Oh, um, it's a Barbie doll or whatever," or you're like, "This is like a crazy Barbie show," in a way, I take it as a compliment since my figures are handmade. It is nice that people think that um, they're Barbie dolls because obviously Barbie is manufactured. So that's a professional company. So I'm glad that um, people think that I bought them and that you can just go buy them at um, Walmart or something. But it's also insulting because, as Chase is saying, they resemble Lego to me. That's what inspired how they're constructed. I love Legos. Everybody knows that. I have Legos on my keychain. Hey Logan. So, um, I wanted to construct a figure that looked like my comic characters, yet was like, yet I could like have switchable parts like a Lego figure. I always wanted them to be really small, like Legos. I call mine like detailed Legos. I don't like Barbie. She voted for Trump. Yikes. Hey, everybody. So, for those who are coming in, I'm just explaining what my characters are, how I film my cartoons, how I make them fight, because a lot of people want to know how do you make them fight. And I'm also explaining how they're not Barbie dolls, because a lot of people. First of all, Barbie ain't got boobies like this. And she ain't got booty. So, anyway, pretty much it's stop motion. So for people who don't know what stop motion is, which is how I make them fight, and you don't see like my hands moving them. Um, let me see. I'm trying to make sure this volume's down because I don't want. So like, okay, so I brought this video up as an example. This is Coraline, which they use stop motion, of course. So what it is, it's a stop motion puppet. They use armature. They take pictures. Um, all these figures that are handmade, 3D printed, everything that you see on camera is all stop motion puppets. So here you can see they move the people. That looks creepy, but you get the point. They swap out parts, they move them around, they're posable. That's how they made Coraline, and that's how I make my cartoons. Coraline is one of my biggest influences. I love this movie. Um, I love all the bright colors. I love how they did it. I don't know who that. Oh, it's Dakota Fanning. She looks so young. So yeah, as you guys can see, let's. Ooh, hold on, that's creepy. But as you can see, they're pouring in these molds. They're creating the figures, and they're using. Oh my god, I can't get it to play. They're using stop motion puppets. They're painting. They're doing a lot of art. That's pretty much what I do, guys. I mean, there's our squishy. Hey, Cheyenne sister. And mine are obviously not squishy. But yeah. So that's pretty much what my figures are. They're stop motion puppets. Same thing that you guys see here. They're technically like a form of doll that is built to film with. And that's exactly what my characters are. They're not really built to play with. They're not Barbie. Barbie's built for play. Um, my figures, I mean, they're made with wire. They're built for filming. That's ultimately what they are. Um, let's see. Someone said, when you start making this, was it hard for you to make the clay? No, actually it was. I can't say no, it's not. Um, yes, it was hard to make the clay figures at first. I played around with so many different designs. I actually used pottery clay first before I used the polymer clay, which hardens. Like here, you guys can see it's Primo by Sculpey. That's what I used originally. Yeah, and it's pictures. So pretty much, guys, what they do is like they build the puppets, they film it through pictures and pictures. Hold on, let me fast forward this. I was trying to see if I could get them filming a part, but this is mainly them constructing it. Yes, morning, yes, morning. I mean, I don't know who that is. So, like, yeah, there you guys can see. Next thing you don't like, he likes his plastic. Corner in the closet. Guys, I'm just trying to find, like, I'm trying to see if there's an example of them, like, so I mean, here you can see they construct everything. Everything you guys saw in Coraline is handmade. Everything that you guys see in my cartoons are handmade. So wait, let's see. What are people saying? Please, can you make a screen, Queens? I have a real question. So if Amanda and Phoebe jump, who Patrice, who would win? I mean, Amanda's just too small to really. Ooh, it got Amanda's just too small to really be fighting Patrice. She weighs literally like 100 pounds. Phoebe could come close, but Patrice would win. Patrice whooped multiple people at once before. Exactly. Bill, please. um, I think what you guys are thinking of when it was Phoebe versus it was Phoebe and was it Amanda? I don't think Amanda was in it. It was Phoebe, Alicia, and Star versus Holly and Natasha. And what happened is they started like Holly and Natasha started jumping in on someone, so Phoebe snatched I believe it was Natasha. What about that big chick with the green shirt? That's a boy, but oh no, you're talking about Melinda. I don't have a plastic Melinda made yet. And for those who are wondering, yes, these are micro figures. But see, you guys had to question it. And that's why I was confused. Everyone's like, no, don't use the micro figures for the fat cheerleader. But it's like they look exactly the same as the big figures. They're just tiny. So I wasn't sure why like people didn't want me to use them for the fat cheerleader when they look the same. I mean, look at this. That's how big they are. But y'all didn't know. Oop, and Chelsea goes down. But look at this. Yeah. Tiny beach. Oh god. She's trying to sabotage everybody. Damn. Damn you, Chelsea. Okay. Well, they collapsed. But anyway, you guys get the point. So here you can see this is pretty much how they do it. Although with Coraline, you can see they have lines in the face and then they edit those out. Oh yeah, guys, I made Jacqueline too. Let me show you my other micros. Here we got Miss Jacqueline, if it will focus. We got Micro Jacqueline. She's got these cute little pants on. So she's super tiny. We've got Jason, Micro Jason. Although, like, I accidentally broke his hair, like, while I was cutting him out of the mold. But yeah, we got Micro Jason, Micro Cassandra. So honestly, I could do the fat cheerleader with the micros if I wanted to. I have most of the cast made already. Micro Melanie. So I mean, yeah, we've got a decent amount of micros. Of course, I can give you closer looks. Ooh, we got Micro Taylor. And these shorts, guys, can you guys guess where this outfit was inspired? If anyone can guess, I'll give you a shout out. Let's see. Guys, I miss the BGC 15 Taylor actress too, honestly. Like, yes, it 100% Taylor is not the same without the original voice actress. Like, she had such a distinctive voice, like she wasn't replaceable. Give us a hint. BGC. Not mine either. We got okay. My girl Chelsea. She's all dusty for some reason. All right, so the first person to get it right was Featherson. Right? Why she got stuff stuck on her face? Anyway, cute little Chelsea. I mean, the micros are turning out cute. But yeah, this is inspired by BGC BGC 16, not the top, but like the shorts. BGC 16 beauty room fight with Winter and Sua. But yeah, so we got a decent amount of micros figure going. I'm still considering doing the fat cheerleader in micro, just because in my opinion they really do look ultimately the same as the big ones. They're super tiny, and when they do hit the store, guys, they're literally only like $7 to $8. And that the only reason they're that expensive because everything is obviously handmade, and it takes me like an hour to paint everything. But yeah, I think the micros did turn out good. Um, Honestly, like even Taylor's hair turned out really shiny and pretty. And don't worry, guys. Like, obviously, Taylor's not inspired by Winter. I just, I always liked Winter's outfit in that episode. I don't know why. I mean, it was such an iconic fight. We got Miss Jacqueline. So, I mean, the micros are really cute. Oh my god, little ants jumping bread. Too funny. And then, of course, we got Miss Cassandra. Ooh, me. So, yeah, I think they're turning out pretty good. So, I think I might be able to officially Cassandra the Queen. I think I might be officially able to sell the normal figures, have a huge sale. Who who would be the closest tie to Melinda? Nobody. Melinda is unbeatable. Um I get okay, I can't say nobody. I guess the let's Sean, do you have some of your clay figures with you? You know what? I thought I had Chelsea packed up actually, but she's got no shirt on. Let's see. She's actually right here. She made her way in the package with me. One second. Let me see if I can like cover up her shirt. You know what? I'll just finger cut. Oh, she's dusty too. Okay. So here's plastic Chelsea, the realistic version though. So I still have her. Her and Jacqueline are wearing the same shorts, just two different scales. And then Jacqueline's has a little bow. So yeah, this one's the realistic clay version of Chelsea. And then we got cute little plastics over here. So yeah, that one's the realistic one. Let's see, Sean. I mean, I don't know. I can show like some of it. Hold on. Let me scroll up. So Vlad asked, will there be another BGC season? Yes, there's going to be BGC 20 Camp Bad Girls that's coming out after the Fat Cheerleader. As you guys know, the Fat Cheerleader has been on hold just because there's so many sets that has to be built. So for those who don't know, the Fat Cheerleader is going to be one of the biggest projects I've ever done. And that's why it's taking so long, because not only does it have a high school, it has like four different houses that I have to build. It has cars, it has buses, it has cities, it has beach scenes. So it's like it's even bigger than the Bear Girls Club, which is why it's taking longer. Like the Bear Girls Club took like usually 2 to 3 months to prepare. The Fat Cheerleader obviously has taken longer than that. And then obviously everyone's plastic, so I've been working on casting them all. The real reason I wanted to make the micros, the Fat Cheerleader cast, is because they're easier to cast, so I can make more figures all at once. And it'd be easier to cast the whole show versus doing them in the larger scales because oh look, there we go. Okay, hold on, rewind that. So stop motion, guys. Here you can see what he's doing. He's moving the guy. They take a picture every time he moves the character. Um, and it looks like this. So it becomes a video. That is how stop motion works. That's what I do with my figures. My figures are built specifically for filming shows. I hand make the sets and everything, which I can take you guys over here and show you the house I'm working on. Here's all my papers. So as you guys know, my house is built from foam board. It looks really sketchy and crappy before it's finished. We got Miss Melanie chilling in the corner. So this is Cassandra's bedroom right here. And then the staircase down. Down here, we've got a Christmas tree because, as you guys know, Cassandra and Jackson are making a return for Never Bake Gingerbread Cookies #3, where they have another fight with Mr. Gingy. We got Paige and Cassandra over here. Um, so yeah, but as you guys can see, because the plastic figures are a little bit bigger scale, I had to make Cassandra's house pretty small. And I mean, from a filming standpoint, it'll work just fine. But it does suck that it had to be so small, like it's only got one room. So it does limit. And that's another reason I wanted to do micro figures, because but yeah. So all right, let me read through your questions, guys. Don't yell at me. Let's see. Sean, would you do a video on how you make the plastic figures? Honestly, probably not. I can show you like some of the behind the scenes, like for example, let me cover her boobs. We've got this Brianna right here, but she's normal scale. And then of course we got Mega over here, which I was able, if you guys can see that, the cool eye colors. Um, Here we've got Mega Scale Brianna. And she's got the new weave. We've got normal scale Bianca with her blue hair. She be looking pretty. I just made a new matte head. Of course, with the cool eye color effect again. He's got the man bun. So yeah, I'm an artiste, guys. This is what I do. I do stop motion. I hand make everything. That's the only, like, everyone always asks, like, oh, when you sell the figures, why are they so expensive? It's because everything is handmade. Everything. Someone said she's pretty. Yes. Edges laid. Honestly, Chelsea has edges again. Look at that. Edges, sis. She got edges. Someone said yes, what? Yes, guys. We are doing Camp Bad Girls. It's just coming after the Fat Cheerleader, which I personally think you guys will like the Fat Cheerleader better. I'm just saying. Someone says, is that Cassandra? Yes, this is Cassandra. And then there's a big Cassandra. Sean, when will you release the tutorials for us? Honestly, once I finish doing the casting, I was going to do some tutorials, which I might this week because I do have off days. Yay! So we will see. I will release some tutorials eventually. OMG, please feature Olivia in the BGC season 20. I love her, even though she's rude. I like Olivia too, even though she's a biatch. Lamar says, I feel like I want to buy all micros. I can't find no good size scale trees for this and stuff, you know? And that's another thing. That's really cool about the micros. So the micros, guys, are 1/18th scale, which, let me see if I can bring up some. 1/18. I'm just typing some stuff in. Scale. Find out cheap, right? It is. So the cool thing about the 1/18th scale figures, which is another reason I really want to do them for the Vet Cheerleader, is you can find a lot of cars. You can get, modern cars like this. Um, Let me see. I looked up Jeep just because, everybody knows what a Jeep is. So like you can get all kinds of like modern cars that they will fit in. Like pretty much every type of car you can think of, you can get for them, which is super awesome. Um like you can even get that weird Jeep truck, the Druck I call it. Um You can get like the Cherokee. You can get everything. So that's something that's super cool. And I made sure that's the reason I shrunk these figures down even more is because I made sure to why won't it focus? To size them big enough yet small enough to fit in all these different types of vehicles because I hate making cars, guys. There's a few things I hate making, that's clothing and cars. So yeah, let me see. 1, 18, damn, it's getting late. Yeah. What car should I look up? Why did you make Melinda's face mad face? Honestly, Melinda has the I don't care face. She's like, I'm over it. I hate everything. Like she's just dead inside. Ooh, scary. I'm like behind. Holy crap. So you have wait. Oh my gosh. Chase, you said stop being so good at making figures. I can't decide who to get. Honestly, that this is why I'm pushing um the micro figures because I feel like they could be the future because they don't cost super much to make. So like you guys could pretty much get everybody you wanted. Taylor's weaves all messed up. Wait, go get your shit together. Um, but yeah, like when it comes to micro figures, you could get everyone you wanted. You can get um cars for them. Like you can even get a Tesla, and your figures are gonna fit in all of it. So you could really build a world for them. You can get hold on. Oop, I did not mean to click on EXE. Help. But like look at all these different cars you can get. You can get old ass ones. You can get pretty much every type of car. Literally, I was finding every single one. All of these cars. Like trying to find like more common ones, but like I know you can get the Equinox. Yeah, even that one, Toyotas. So like that was like the biggest reason I picked 1/18th scale. Um, which is funny because I used to talk about how I had these really small figures for the Walking Ted, and it turns out these figures are actually the exact same size, if not a little bit smaller. Um, you can get police cars, these cool cars. So, yeah, that's a cool aspect for the micro figures, and that's why I really wanted to use them. You can even get like this one looks like a Ford something. I don't know, I can't tell everything's all open, but yeah. Long story short, that was something that was really cool because I hate making cars. I really can't. That's something that I can't do. So the fact that they fit into a car category that has so many options was so exciting. Um, and that's why I picked 1/18th scale, which is just so tiny but so perfect at the same time. And then the sets I can build for them would be monstrous. I could really build their world. So, John, can you tell us about Melinda's childhood trauma? Um, so Melinda, she was in a car. I believe she was in a car accident. I'm trying to remember what I put in the comic series. So when Melinda's parents died, um, she kind of got stuck mentally in that state of mind. Hence is why she still wears the piggy tails. And when the car accident happened, she was wearing this new shirt that her mom bought her that had like the big flower on it, and that was it. So now she always wears like she makes her clothing. She's a weirdo, and she still wears her hair in pigtails. So she's kind of like stuck in that last moment of life when she was still happy. Um. So yeah, that's kind of oh, what's this? Hey, I hope this is a good recommendation. I think you should make a show where every bad girl reunites. Patrice, Brooke, Taylor, and Chelsea is pregnant, so the pregnant girl use Zach to fight. So for those who don't know, Brooke is going to be pregnant. Yay! So I am gonna be making a pregnant body sculpt for Brooke. So you guys can see. Let's see. I just realized at the reunion you used Olivia's name as olive oil. Yup, the shade. Um, yes, I buy micro. If everything doesn't work out, let me know when you make Xavier. Honestly, yeah, he's my next wave of micros that I'm gonna cast because I have officially made all the castings that I have in plastic. So the next one I'm gonna make in micro is Matt Man Bun, Patrice, who else? Um, Xavier, Paige, Gabriella. Pretty much, I'm gonna try to cast the whole Fat Cheerleader really fast in micro because I still think I'm gonna do them in micro because I'm just not vibing with the huge sets. And like, as you guys know, I moved out. Like, here's my room. Um, I got this cute little loft bed. Let me plug in my light so I can show you guys my later. Oh, hold on. I got this ghetto rig going. Let me set you up. Ooh. Somebody help. What the fuck? Oh, hell. How the hell did this keep happening? Oh, there we go. Sorry, guys. I'll pick you up in a second. Why the fuck can't I reach this shit? Okay. Anyway, sorry about that. I just want to show you guys my cute little setup. So here's my little loft bed. Oh my god. And then I got this random room with like this huge empty space. And then I walk over here. I got my little house, but um obviously I have limited space for filming. There's my little workshop area. Um and then we got this. And I mean I can stuff like a bunch of shit in my closet, but yeah. Pretty much I also want to do micro because I don't think the whole Fat Cheerleader show will fit in here because you guys have no idea how big it's gonna be. So I might just use this house to film the Never Bake Gingerbread Cookies episode, which I am beginning to film Monday. So yes, I am coming out with another cartoon very shortly. I got my fat little fat little stuffed animal up here. But anyway, so yes, yay. That's that's pretty much what I wanted to like talk to you guys about. So I wanted to show you what stop motion was. It's all handmade. It's oop, oop. Oh, that was creepy. But that's what I love about Coraline. You guys know I love creepy shit. So yeah, they do all this editing. Um, if anybody wants to DM me on Instagram and ask for this video, it's a good look into the stop motion process because I know a lot of guys are asking like, how do you do it? How do you do it? So I mean, this kind of just shows you how it's done. It shows you how everything's handmade, which I mean, you guys don't have to hand make everything. It's a fun process, honestly. If you like to sit down and just build houses and build your own sets, which I will try to do tutorials on. But yeah, I mean, I can hand make the figures for you, so you guys don't have to do that. Let's see. My favorite character is Gabriella. I plan to be I plan be her skin. I think it's pretty. Oh, I love her skin. Okay, I was so confused. So yeah, Gabrielle is one of my favorites too. Honestly, is that car from the Bear Girls Club where the girls are riding off to? Guys, there's actually a limo that you can buy. Let me see. Let me look it up. So you can actually buy a limo in their scale, which I plan on doing for BGC 20. Let's see. Let me look it up. Limo. So look at this, guys. You can literally buy a limo for their scale, and there's a lot of different options too. You can get a black one, you can get this one, you can get a long black one. I know that sounds dirty. um, you can get this weird like Hummer looking one, but it's 2004. Ain't nobody got time for 2004. Uh, But yeah, so there's a lot of cool options. Honestly, like the best one, in my opinion, is probably this one. And I just, yeah. So imagine how cool it would be to bring, it's a Cadillac limo, to bring like your world to life. And that's why I really want to do the micro figures, because they really don't look that much different than the big figures. They're built exactly the same, same posability and everything. Obviously, the clothing, like, I have to make adjustments, but yeah, I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with the micros. I mean, I think they'll make a show just fine. And of course, I can get limos and stuff for them. So that's the biggest thing. Oh, thank you. Guys, I always get so far behind. Patrice and Meeble, you missed a lot. But I will save this live, as always, guys. Hey, J Ron. So Noah H says, I love your art. Thank you. I live. uh, Sean, when you make BGC 20, Brooke should be the host. So do you guys not like Phoebe as like the reunion host? I figured I kind of brought Phoebe as the reunion host as like a nod towards Tanisha being the host, a former bad girl. Look at this limo, guys. I mean, obviously you couldn't film a limo fight in there, which would suck because I don't think the lid comes off. But I mean, it'd be a good limo for them to like pull up in. I watched the reunion fight of Paige and Phoebe like 20 times. Ooh, which one though? Round one or two? Did you guys like that I put the host and a castmate fighting? Because it's like Tanisha always teased us with that. Like we always thought she was gonna fight somebody, but she never did. In the Fat Cheerleader, did Jacqueline fight her dad? No. So Jacqueline gets into a fight with her brother, like a physical fight, and then she does get slapped by her dad, because he finds out that she kissed a girl, and he's a big church guy, so that's her conflict. So she does get slapped by him, and she walks out of the house. So that's some tea for you guys. I'm mad at Melinda for killing my girl Stella. Yeah, poor Stella. R.I.P. VIP. Who would win, Paige versus Amanda? Probably Paige, but Amanda would put up a good fight. My iPad about to die. No, Chase. Someone said, I love Phoebe. I like Phoebe as a host, but Moniece is iconic. Maybe I'll bring Moniece back. You never know. Maybe they could co-host. What do you guys think? Phoebe is fine, but Chelsea and Brooke would be good. Well, I mean, yeah, Chelsea would be such a funny host, honestly. Like, I would love Chelsea as the host. Hey, girl. Back on my phone. Someone said, okay, yes. I feel like Phoebe shouldn't have been the host on BGC 19 because Paige was on there. You know, so for those who didn't know, the T behind um Moniece and Patrice had beef. So that was originally when Moniece left BGC as the reunion host. She did 15, and then she didn't come for 16 because she had beef with Patrice. And Patrice was like, I'll beat your ass, blah, blah, blah. So Moniece was like, hell no. So Moniece went bye bye. She didn't do BGC 16. That's when Phoebe stepped in. So at the time, Phoebe was already casted for BGC 17, but the producers liked her, so they wanted her to be the host because she kind of had this mature, motherly vibe about her. So that's why she got casted as the host for the BGC 16 reunion, and then her season premiered right after. Is Moniece and Patrice? I'm living for it. Yes, Moniece and Patrice were beefing, and Moniece was not about to fight on the job because Patrice, you guys know, would have ran up. She, I don't know. Her hair's all messed right now, but I don't know. Out of my micro minis, which one do I like the best? Honestly, I think I like Cassandra. Chelsea or Taylor the best. And then, of course, Jason's in his own category. I can't pick. I think they're all cute. I think they all turned out really good. Even Miss Jacqueline. Because okay, I'm going to tell you all about the Minecrafter. No, Moniece cannot win Patrice, and she knew that because they're from the same hood, which is why they got some beef. So Moniece was being a bit scary. And I mean she's scrappy. Moniece obviously was inspired by Tanisha, but Patrice is like twice her size and could womp on the bitch. Let's see. Oh, so someone wants to see Chelsea and Bianca fight. I might add that into the fat cheerleader. See, guys, that's what a lot of people won't watch the fat cheerleader because they're like, oh, I only watch BGC. It's a BGC spinoff. Why would you not watch it? You watched BGC All Star Battles. You watched Love Games. It's a spinoff. It's all your favorite bad girls, but they're in high school. It's a spinoff show of BGC. I don't know why if you're a fan of my BGC, I don't know why you wouldn't watch the Fat Cheerleader because it's a spinoff and you get to see all these cool fights that you guys always wanted to see. I mean, you get to see Jacqueline versus Bianca. You get to see Taylor versus Reina. You get to see Cassandra versus Bianca again. You get to see Chelsea versus Taylor. Um, who else? Mooney versus Gabriella. Jacqueline versus Mooney. So it's like there's a lot of fights, guys. And honestly, obviously, I think it's going to be worth the wait. I know I've had you guys waiting, and it's this little ghost I've been talking about, but you see, you haven't seen yet. But it's very close. It's very close around the corner because whether I do it in normal scale or micro scale, most of the cast is made in both scales. So ultimately, it just comes down to which one I choose to proceed. Um, Most likely it's going to be micro. And that way I can redesign the school. And micro sets are so quick to build. That's another reason. The micro figures are quick to paint. The micro sets are quick to build because they don't take much material. That's why I want to do micro because I think I can get the fat cheerleader put together for you guys really fast. Um, I think the fat cheerleader is going to be one of the best shows I've ever done. I've spent so much time developing the script and the storylines and the characters. I've even rewritten the show already, so it's been drafted and then rewrote um, just to make sure it's even better. So I think it's going to be a really good show. It's going to have comedy and it's going to have the same level of drama that the Bad Girls Club show I did has. So you guys get everything you want, but in a high school drama show. What more could you ask for? You know what I'm saying? You get to see the high school beef between Chelsea and Taylor. You get to see the fight of Jacqueline versus Bianca that you guys have always wanted to see. You get to see Cassandra versus Bianca again. You get to see former bad girls fight each other that you like random mashups. Like who would have thought, Taylor versus Reina from BGC 17. So you guys get to really see some really cool content. It's gonna be such a good show. Oh, you even get to see Cassandra versus Bren from BGC 16. So so many random bad girls from all these different seasons being mashed up into one storyline. I think it's going to be such a cool concept, and it's a huge project, and I can't wait to give it to you guys. Let me see. Lamar says, let's see Chelsea versus Bianca this week. Maybe I will do that for you guys. Since I've had you guys waiting for so long for like a cartoon. Even though, guys, let me show you my TikTok. It's been, my TikTok is blowing up again, so that's exciting. But yeah, so we've been we've reached 33,000. Just 2 days ago, I was at 31,000. So that's so exciting. Scream is kind of going viral right because I posted this actually this morning, and it's already at 25,000 views. Which is crazy because I'm doing it in parts because that's what everyone asked me to do. So as you guys can see, there's like Although I did do a double part by accident, like Scream Part 3 and Scream Part 3, but like that one's got 4,000. It's really weird. Like certain ones didn't get a lot of views, which I mean that was a boring part, and then boom, 25,000. So I guess thanks TikTok for doing random videos pop in. Like sometimes I'll get like 600 views and then 38,000 views or 2,000 views, 16,000 views, 15,000 views, but then 6,000, 7,000, 23,000. So my views really vary, guys, on TikTok. Obviously, the big money maker was this one, 1.2 million views, which I'm utterly grateful for. I never thought something I'd do like that would get over a million views. So thank you, honestly, thank you, TikTok, for actually promoting my content because, as you guys know, I've been having a problem on YouTube with getting my content promoted. Um, so I've been having that problem because, as you guys can see, when my content's actually promoted, 59,000, um, 25,000, 10,000, 17,000, 24. You guys can see my content does really good. 55,000, vice versa. There's a few other ones that did relatively well. 169,000, obviously the million, 11,000. So it's like my content does really good on other platforms. So it's annoying that on YouTube I'm just not getting promoted, but I'm going to keep posting for you guys anyway on YouTube because that's where the home is, you know what I'm saying? Let's see. So Xavier says, let's see Chelsea and fight Bianca because Bianca fight Paige, which is Xavier's girlfriend, but Chelsea didn't like how Paige got beat up, so Chelsea jumps in. Maybe I can do like another Bianca versus Paige and then Chelsea versus Bianca and have some kind of big mashup. Bren is iconic. Period. Thank you guys. Yeah. Honestly, I love Bren. I love the Hawaiian aspect of her. Here's her surfboard, which it got paint on the corner, but oh well. So this is Bren's surfboard. You guys already know Bren's a surfer. So she does have a surfboard, which is plastic. Plastic. Why didn't you put Chelsea versus Bianca in the spoiler video? Because Chelsea versus Bianca didn't happen. So that's why it wasn't in the spoiler video. I saw it on my For You pages like sometimes. Yay! On the Fat Cheerleader, why do some of the girls act like they don't know each other? Because the Fat Cheerleader is a prequel. They're in high school. So the Fat Cheerleader, they're not gonna like know each other. It's pretty much it's a spin-off series. It's a new concept. It's just taking the whole bad girl concept but doing it in high school. Um, so that's why they're not gonna actually know each other. But I'm taking all the backstories like the Taylor and Chelsea beef, and I'm placing that in Paige versus Bianca. That will be in season 2. I'm taking all their BGC beefs and just integrating it into a story. So, yeah. On the Fat Cheerleader, do Cassandra and Bianca fight 2 times? Yes. Um Sorry guys, I just read Cassandra reminds me of Fat Amy. Oh my god, from is Fat Amy from Pitch Perfect? I love Fat Amy. And she's like, I call myself fat because so bitches don't say it behind my back. Here's Miss Cassandra. The reason the micros are turning out better than the clay ones is because within starting these micros, I discovered a new process of making them. So to make the sculpting process easier. Um, So that's why their faces are turning out a lot better than they used to. Because as you guys know, the whole micro concept came up numerous times and they just never were making the cut. So I kept cutting them, but I was like, you guys already know, once I start something, I don't like to quit. So it's like now I have 3 different scales because I have to keep working on everything and making everything good. But yeah, for anybody who does want to go follow my TikTok almost dot iconic cartoons. 33,000. Let's keep it going up, y'all. Um, Feel free. This one I kind of did like a behind the scenes. I like their cute little stickers. We have the twerk it scene. If you guys haven't seen Scream, which I will post on this channel as well, um, Scream turned out really good. Scream 5. It's probably my most favorite stop motion I've done. Like, I think it turned out really good. The set looked amazing. The characters looked pretty good. And the storyline was great. So, Scream's definitely one of my favorites. And of course, Scream's my favorite horror movie character. So, obviously, I'm biased. Um, but on BGC, Taylor said I never fought Chelsea. Yes. So, yeah, Taylor claimed on BGC that she never fought Chelsea and that Chelsea's friends had attacked her, followed her around. So, I took that concept. They are going to fight because obviously Fat Cheerleader is going to be our main show. And I know you guys still liked the whole beef between them. So, it's not like I'm sure you guys don't want them to beef the whole season of Fat Cheerleader and not fight. So that's why I kind of canceled that prior statement of me and Chelsea have never fought. But I am going to have them fight in the Fat Cheerleader. So things are, yeah, everything's not going to match up because it's a spin off series, you know? It's its own little series. It's not necessarily 100% accurate because obviously they all didn't go to the same school, or they would have known each other on the Bad Girls Club. You know what I mean? How do you make them get tossed? Um, so pretty much when they're getting tossed, I kind of like hold on. Like, let's say she's getting thrown. You'll shoot this, shoot this, shoot this. See how I'm hanging onto the foot? And like you kind of keep your hand out of view. And then once the head goes out of view, you like pretty much, hold on. Girl, if you don't get waffle her, you like switch positions and then you hang on to a different body part because it's stop motion. So, you know, it doesn't matter how much moving you do. And then you continue. So that's how they get tossed, pretty much. Um, so can you keep that extra stuff from Xavier? You were supposed to give me the micro is what I want and what I need. Yeah, I will try to make a micro Xavier, a micro Matt Man Bun, a micro Bren. I actually have a micro Kenya, believe it or not. So just to show you guys, look at all these micro body parts. I have like a lot of extra pieces. Where is she? I have a micro Kenya that I'm working on. So, and I was able to even make the nose in micro scale. So she doesn't have obviously any paint. I don't know if you can really see her, but look, she has a nose even. And you guys can't tell because it's blowing it out, but she has the cheekbones, she has the nose. So everything micro is working out. Honestly, originally it wasn't working out, but I did figure out how to tighten the joints. So now the micros are working out, and as you can see, I popped out 3 in one day. Let's read us a little script on the Fat Cheerleader, like an argument script. So I can't because, well, let me see if I still have my Google Docs on here. I might actually. Nope, that one's okay. So it's not updated. Here we go. Okay, so we've got some of the script from the Fat Cheerleader right here. Okay, so like this is when Cassandra comes into the show or into the school. Sorry guys, I burped. I'm a dirty beach. Okay. Hey, what about the hold on, real quick. I will read you guys some of this. But yes, I was able to make Kenya in micro scale. She's the next one that will be put together. I'm just waiting for more plastic material to come through. Um, what about the Pale Man? And do you want me to DM you Melanie Alien Part 2 and 3? Honestly, sure. Um, I do want to refilm the Melanie eventually. Here's the pale guy right here. He's creepy. Ew. And I was thinking about doing a can't like taking because obviously I love this Pale Man figure. I know he's gross, but Obviously, I want to film with him some more because he's real scary. So I'm thinking about doing like a creepy camp thing where there's this giant dude in the woods with the micro figures. Um, so yeah, super excited. Wait, who's in here? Bree and Jessica versus Holly and Natasha. That would be a good fight. I'd love that. Jessica's honestly scrappier, but Taylor and Chelsea can tie. Yes. So in high school, and obviously, um, she's got shit stuck in her hair, and I can't get it out because I'm one-handed, and it's driving me nuts. But anyway, obviously in high school, Chelsea was a better fighter than Taylor. You guys could kind of see. Okay, so you could get for $100, you can get about 10 micros. Like, I think they're probably going to be priced out at about $8.99. Saranda looks transgender. I mean, that'd be cool if she was. Like, it'd be the first transgender bad girl. But she wasn't. Um, but yeah, so you can probably get about 10 micro figures for $100. So yeah, you could get Taylor. I'm gonna try it. So the next characters I'm gonna pop out next week is, or this week actually, because I have an off day. Um, which I'll do a little bit of sculpting. I'll do a little bit of filming, vice versa. Which I'm trying to think. I'm almost ready to film because I want to spend 100. Honestly, Lamar, what I would recommend. But yeah, sorry, I keep getting sidetracked. Yeah, Chelsea is a little bit better of a fighter. It's pretty much the same concept as BGC 15 because that was a very similar time period where Chelsea was slightly better than Taylor. They could almost tie, but Chelsea usually had the upper hand. It'll be the same thing in the Fat Cheerleader. Obviously, as you guys know, Chelsea or Taylor does do fighting classes after what happens to her on the Fat Cheerleader. Um, so she does get better at fighting as time goes on. Um, so Taylor was a hair puller when she was younger, but once she started doing her self-defense boxing classes, that's when she starts doing the boxing punches that you guys know her for on BGC. So you guys will get to see that. What was you about to tell me? I don't remember. Oh yeah, I was gonna say honestly, um, you could probably get like, if depending on if I can get them made, Xavier, I'll try to make him. I gotta make Sincere because I know your sister Kiki really wants Sincere, which she has the same head sculpt as Chelsea. So I mean, she's technically already made. I just have to pop out more body parts. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you could probably get Taylor, Paige, Chelsea. I even have a punching hand. I don't know where it's at. You can kind of see it in there. Look at the little punching hand. So yeah, you get punching hands for them too, obviously. They're exactly how the big figures are made, just tiny and collectible. So yeah. Okay, now guys, I'm going to read you a little bit of the Fat Cheerleader. Um, so yeah. Kate kind of does like a voiceover. She kind of narrates a little bit throughout the show because I love shows that narrate. I feel like it helps you connect with the character a little better as if they're talking to you like a friend. So, I mean, Kay's like, oh, I'll read this to you. And you guys can look at Kay because she is the narrator. Oh, um, oh, the clicks. You got the jocks, the normal, boring kids. Oh, and of course, the popular bishops. And then that's where Ariana comes in with her little click, and it does like this funny little intro, and it uses, um, I already told you guys, Prince Jamar. I already told you about Taylor and Chelsea's fighting levels. I already said that Taylor in high school fights similar to how she did on BGC 15, where Chelsea has the upper hand. although they come close to tying. And then after Taylor has her thing that happens to her, which I'm not going to mention, but you guys will see, she does boxing classes and self defense classes, and that's where she gets her boxing punches. So that's when you guys can see that Taylor does evolve and get better at fighting in the Fat Cheerleader. So, view of Ariana and her popular clique walking. Kay looks around because she's lost in school and she bumps into her. And then Ariana's like, ew, watch where you're going, Miss Piggy. Kermit's that way. So that's what she says. And then they all laugh and they walk past her. And then Kay is like, little does she know, I could break her in half with one finger, but we'll cross that bridge when it comes. And then Josiah. So Kay bumps into Josiah. That's when they first meet. Originally, it was gonna be when he says something mean. He calls Gabriella Panda because of her skin condition, and then Kay kind of beats him up. But that still will happen. But this is their first bump into, and Josiah's like, "Hey, you lost?" And then Kay looks at him all flirty. Oh, yeah, I'm looking for English class. And then Josiah's like, upstairs. See you around. And then Kay watches him walk away. And then she's like, damn, son, they don't make boys where I come from like that. In my hometown, they look like they have a meth addiction. Hate to see him leave, but love to watch him walk away. And then Kay finds her class. Let's see. Someone said, why does Kay look skinnier? I mean, she's ultimately about the same size she was on Fat Cheerleader. However, um, most people didn't notice on BGC 19 versus BGC the reunion, Kay had lost a little bit of weight. I did purposely make her skinnier at the reunion to show that she's working on herself. Um, and then of course in high school, Kay was not like super huge. You know, she was thick. She's a big girl. She's still chunky. I mean, if you compare her to Chelsea, you can see she's a big girl. But yeah, she's not like Kay was never like obese or anything. She's heavy set, you know. So that's ultimately what it is. But yeah, I have to fix her hair. But yeah, she's not necessarily that much skinnier. She's the same size that she was on the BGC 19 reunion, which she did lose a little weight on there. Um, Griffin said, "Did you get my text?" No, I did not, but I will look. On the reunion, Cassandra versus Bianca, the security was holding Cassandra's body down. Yes. So Cassandra was getting her arm held. And the only free hand is where she was scratching Bianca's face because she couldn't really punch her. So she started like clawing, digging her claws into her face. And that's where Bianca got her scratches. Um, so yeah, she was getting held back. Sean, would you make a video where Melinda meets a Karen? Ooh, guys, I already got that in the works for you guys. It's pretty much Melinda at work, and a Karen comes in, and Melinda snatches her because Karen's like, I want to speak to your manager. And Melinda's like, no. And she's like, what'd you say to me? And then Melinda like snatches her, and she's like, listen, I can crush a watermelon with one hand, so I'd be real careful if I were you. But anyway, let's see. So there, okay. So there's a fight scene right here. So um it's Ariana versus Kay in the classroom. Um so Miss A, I just called her Miss A, but Miss A is like, class, we have a new student. This is Kay. And then I put her name as Ari, but her name's gonna be Alexis in the show. Um and it's ew, she's in my class. And then Mooney's like, yikes, what's with the space buns? And then Miss A's like, ladies, be nice. Kate, why don't you find a seat? And then Ari's like, there's a trash can right over there. And then Kay's like, looks like I'll have to teach this girl that this isn't Disney Channel. I throw hands. And then Alexis is like, oink, oink. And then Kay walks by and snatches her ponytail. And then Miss A's like, oh my God, Kay. And then Kay and Alexis fight. And then Mooney's like, what the hell? She didn't even do anything wrong. And then Kay's like, seriously? Do you want it next? And then Miss A's like, Kay, Alexis, office now. And yes, there will be students recording the class fights, of course. And then the principal, look, Kay, you're new here, and I don't condone bullying. But next time, let us handle it, okay, KK? And then Kay's like, look, I'll try not to beat on her again. But if she opens those big ass lips again, boop. And then principal, look, I'm gonna send you home for today. Calm down, read a book, find Jesus, and come back tomorrow with a better attitude, alright? And then Kay's like, honestly, this is the best my attitude gets, Mr. Principal. But you got it. I'll go home and drink a beer. And then he's like, hey, that's not what I said. And she's like, bye. And then she finds Alexis and she's like, bitch. And Alexis is like, this isn't over, fat ass. And then Kay's like, I'll shove you so far up your mom's cookie, she'll have to rebirth you next year. And then the principal's like, Kay, home now. And then Kay's like, sorry, I was just saying sorry. And then Kay goes, I'll kill you. Anyway, and then Kay goes to leave. And that's when Jacqueline comes up like, hey. And then Kay's like, oh, great. Here we go, round two. Because for those who don't know, Jacqueline, Taylor, and Chelsea are all part of the popular girl clique prior because they're all on the cheer squad. Um, oh, for Jaren, Serena can fight, yes. Um, and so Kay's like, oh, great, round two. And then Jacqueline's like, hey, we just wanted to say good job. And then Kay's like, Bish, say what? And then Chelsea is like, girl, we never saw anyone beat up Alexis like that before. It was amazing. And then Taylor's like, I literally, wait, let me see. I literally like will remember that forever. And then Jacqueline's like, when you come back, you should sit by us when you're back from prison. And then Kay's like, wow, thanks, baby girl. And then Jacqueline's like, I'm Jacqueline, by the way. This is Chelsea and Blondie's Taylor. And then she's like, my name's Kay. And then Miss King, Cassandra. Okay, so Miss King. So um, Cassandra KK. That's her initials. Cassandra King. That's her name. So I put Miss K. Cassandra, really? We move. You have a fresh start, and this is what you do on the first day. Are we really doing this again? And then Kay's like, Mom, she tried to bully me, so I had to shut her up. And then Miss King, Kay, you need to get a thicker skin. Everyone isn't bullying you. And then Kay's like, well, maybe I'm a fat girl. And maybe it makes me a target. Did you ever think about that? Ever been called Miss Piggy? And then Miss King, just ignore them, Cassandra. And then Kay's like, it doesn't work that way. But thanks for the advice. And then she slams her bedroom door. And then she stands up there, breathing hard, and she walks to the mirror and looks at her body. And then she gets angry and throws something off her dresser. Her mom hears it and comes upstairs. But anyway, so I'm gonna leave it at that. But yeah, the fat chili is just gonna be so juicy, guys. So juicy, so much drama, and really personal moments. Of course, my phone's about to die. I'm on 1%. So I do have to say goodbye. But thank you guys for joining my live. I'm glad I got to show you guys the new micros. They're so cute. And I'm glad I got to show you a little bit of the fat cheerleader. So peace out, guys. Good night. I have to work early anyway, so I gotta go. Bye, everybody. Bye, Nico. I'm gonna try to film this as fast as I can. Bye, everybody. Don't worry, there's 10 episodes, and that was only like the end part of episode 1. So you guys are good. I promise. Bye, everybody. Tune in next time. And Never Bake Gingerbread Cookies coming out hopefully in a week or two. Bye, everybody.